Alright, so yesterday I made a Golden Week discussion video. You see Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku as the thumbnail. And we just talked about not only just Daima being a potentially for Golden Week, but the talk of Saiyan Saga, or even some other potential options being the Golden Week candidates. Now, I want to preface, I do think Daima is the most likely option for the Golden Week celebration. But I wanted to make a follow-up here because a lot of people made some really interesting points, including Proton himself. If you guys don't know who Proton is a data miner where he is able to look into the data and provide us like just a lot of really neat details, look into card IDs, kind of figure out based off of these card IDs and the slots that are left over, what we could potentially see for future celebrations. Now again, a lot of it is just speculation. You can never truly guess like 100% based off of the card IDs, but you can make a very fair estimate of what might happen. Now, Golden Week is either going to drop this week or next week, and we don't know for sure. It is interesting because the celebration missions and stuff end on the 29th or so there is a really good chance this is a completely dead week and Golden Week's next week. I'm still going to think that Golden Week is this week, and if that is the case, we will likely see some teasers or anything like that drop, like tomorrow, right? Recently though, I seriously has been tweeting out the Dokkan event teaser, so I would assume we might have already seen it by then, but who knows, maybe he stops. I can't really say for sure. Now, on to the actual main point again of the Golden Week celebration. Also, I got a lot of interesting responses. A lot of people do not want Daima for Golden Week because they would prefer the Daima Super Saiyan 4 and maybe even Goma and all the other characters like the hype characters to be LRs over TURs. I think that makes a lot of sense. Most times, in fact every single time, Golden Week has always been TUR characters. Same with New Year's. Now, a point a lot of people have been bringing up is, hey, we did actually get LRs as a one-off occasion for the superhero celebration for that one New Year's, and after that, New Year's continue to just be TUR characters. And I think that's a very, very, very valid point that they could just make Daima just LRs for the special occasion for this Golden Week. I think it's completely fair. The only thing I would say about that makes me think it might not be a possibility is the fact that we did get an extra 2 LRs already this year during the 10th anniversary. We got an extra Carnival LR each. Based on my feeling, it's like this blue Vegeta and then this Goku Frieza. They feel like potentially the ones that are like the extra ones, quote unquote, because like blue Vegeta's like missing an active skill. Goku Frieza's active skill looks really good, but some of their animations are quite short, things like that. I feel like you could already tell they're very not necessarily stressed for time, but like crunched for time in a sense with some of these animations to where it makes sense. A whole extra 2 LRs to make during the year is a lot to put into the game. And that's probably why Beast Gohan wasn't even transforming in the first place when he first came out. The physical LR Ultimate Gohan, things like that. So, with all that being said, I don't know if they're gonna have the firepower or the actual, like, even if they were formed well ahead of time, will they have the actual just general time or like the amount of people to go ahead and actually make another 2 LRs on top of that, to be 4 extra LRs during the entire year? It's a lot to ask for, and I feel like, in my opinion, so I'm not really sure. And we could also see from what Proton is saying, again, I did make this point here. He says it's not impossible. There are exactly 6 ID card slots between the physical LR Pycon and the mini Daima Vegeta, but he's thinking it's more likely a TUR with 1 transformation each, is what he said right here in this first tweet. And then I was like, Golden Week does have banner units though, but the banner units will also take 2 slots. And how it works is, if you take a look here, we can see the Chi-Chi, Kid Goku, Mini Vegeta. It's not a mistake that these 2 are repeated. It's the fact that, what's it called? this is the SSR and the TOR. This is the cards, different cards like the SSR and the TOR, right? So with all that being said, again, if you move the last digits, it seems like, again, it would be your Dokkan Fest with the banner unit, then a Carnival R. It's equivalent to at least 12 different card slots. Sometimes there's an empty slot between batches too. There's a lot of possible combos to say for sure what's missing is what he's saying. So we could piece together a lot of different things. And again, he says that it's equivalent of 12 different card arts. Sometimes there's an empty slot is what he says. But let's assume that is the 12 different card arts. And let's say there's the SSR TUR for 1 Dokkan Fest, SSR TUR for 2 Dokkan Fest, for both Dokkan Fest, that's 4 cards. Then there has to be the SSR TUR for the banner unit, another 2, that's 8. And then it's like the LR SSR, the LR TUR, and the LR LR. And then maybe like a transformation or something like that could be the 12th slot, right? And then it's like, it's like that fills up all the slots already if they're gonna do like the LR plus everything else. And that leaves no space for Dokkan Fest LRs during Golden Week is what I'm thinking, if that all does line up in that way. Or maybe it could just be non-transforming cards in general and there's an extra space there for like the next line, because sometimes there are gaps here and there. So that's considering everything is the same. Now, Proton just talks about this. If you want to look at this thread, it is, under this tweet here. He's not really going to make predictions, but he said this, which I find very interesting. Personally, I'm down for Saiyan Saga Golden Week, and then a Super Saiyan 4 Daima Goku for Goku Day. And that had me thinking, that would fit really well if Golden Week drops this week on the 24th. 2 weeks later will be the 9th, which is Goku Day. And, 2 weeks is usually the time frame that is, given for banners to drop. Now, Golden Week, a lot of times the LR will drop, the 13th, 15th range instead. Like, let's take a look here at, LR Ultimate Gohan. If we go back to last year, it'll take me a minute to get back there. Here is LR Ultimate Gohan. He released like on the 14th? Yeah, May 14th. So you guys can kind of see that general time frame of things, April 25th to May 14th. It's usually an extra week. But for the Goku Day celebration for Daima, that could be where the difference is. Because, again, adding an extra 2 LRs is a lot. But maybe if it was already an LR that was planned for that spot, I could definitely see it. And then it's just a Goku Day celebration mini Super Saiyan 4 Goku. And then maybe we could say, let's say it's Saiyan Saga, right? Let's count it off like SSR Goku, TUR Goku, SSR Vegeta, TUR Vegeta. Then the banner units, let's say that takes up another 4 slots right there. So we get to 8. Then SSR, TUR, LR for Super Saiyan 4 Goku. And then maybe it's Super Saiyan 3 Goku. And then he transforms into Super Saiyan 4 Diamond Goku. Maybe it is just Super Saiyan 4 Diamond Goku, and then Goku from the Saiyan Saga celebration has a Kaioken transformation, which would also make a lot of sense. And then this guy could be just a standalone Super Saiyan 4 mini Diamond Goku. I think, personally, that would be fire. Goku Day celebration, in the past, a lot of times have just been in Extreme Z Awakening. For example, Tech Ultimate Gohan, he did EZA for the Goku Gohan and Goten Day celebration. I think if we go back to the year prior, there was also another Extreme Z Awakening during this time specifically. This is New Year's. I went back a little too far. Saiyan Day. Here's Golden Week. I believe we actually did not get a Goku Day EZA during the actual 23rd World Tournament celebration, but we did have something that came out with Piccolo came out. Yeah, no, on May 2nd. So yeah, they didn't actually do anything for Goku Day in terms of like an EZA or anything that year. It might have been a support memory. I don't remember exactly, but they do a Goku Day celebration every year. A lot of times it's an EZA. What I was already thinking would be the Goku Day EZA would be this Super Saiyan 2 Gohan right here. This guy is one of the oldest characters that are EZA, and I think that would be a really good choice in terms of, you know, how he fits the general theme of like a Goku Day celebration, where he has the little active skill with Goku and he kind of carries them. It's promised me tonight. Like this feels like a perfect Goku Day celebration character. The only downside, obviously, is that we just got a new Carnival LR Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. So this guy getting an EZA right now, plus we have the in Super Saiyan 2 Gohan. That's a lot of just Super Saiyan 2 Gohan names. But this guy is at least on Movie Heroes, so that could be really good. He could be on some different setups potentially, you know, depending on how he's built around. Maybe he could be built very closely for tournament participants. Maybe he's just better on like a full power team potentially. Maybe he's like a mega full power support. Well, I guess this guy is the full power leader, so maybe it wouldn't be full power necessarily. But you guys get the point. He could be built to be good on another team, which is seemingly Movie Heroes. Maybe the Golden Week celebration is Movie Heroes, and then Super Saiyan 4 Diamond Goku just drops us because Diamond Goku, right? And I assume, like, you know, the LR would drop instead of whatever LR would have it dropped if it wasn't for Daima in this spot. I think it'd be fine. Right, so I said this question on Twitter, you know, how would y'all feel if the Golden Week celebration, instead of being at Daima specifically, they released Super Saiyan 4 Goku Mini as an LR for the Goku Day celebration? And let's just see what the replies are saying, right? You know, let's see here. Hyped. That again is very true. I think a lot of people would actually want Mini Goku to be an LR, just Super Saiyan 4 Mini Goku in general, compared to being a TUR Dual Dokkan Fest. I think Goma also should get an LR realistically, but that's just me. Goma does quite a lot. Like he does so many things that I think him being an LR would help him out quite a bit with that. As long as Golden Week is another hype like Nam versus Goku. Yeah, true, right? Someone told me a wild idea for Golden Week to be an all LR celebration, like a special occasion for Daima. I mean, it would be unique, but I don't think that there's... I mean, okay. Technically, they could do it, because if they don't give banner units, then it could be SSR TUR LR for one Dokkan Fest, SSR TUR LR for a second Dokkan Fest, then 3 more for the Carnival LR. And then, I don't know, there's 3 empty slots there. Maybe one of them could be a transformation. And then it's like the 2 extra like spaces left over. That could be a thing that they do. Definitely, like the transformation could be Goma. I think they could do that, but I just... Would they have enough to put an extra 2 LRs on top of the 2 we already got this year? It's the only thing I'm like, I don't know. I feel like TUR just make more sense. I'd actually be a good idea saving them for other Diamond unit and non-Diamond EZs for the future celebrations. Call for World Celebration, he'd be a DFLR. I mean, he could be, I would assume he would be a DFLR. They would just drop him as a DFLR. It's not like they haven't done something weird like that before. Like, but we saw what they did with the Global Sync with Tech UI Goku. They were like, yeah, anniversary Tech UI Goku, right? That's literally what they did. So instead of a yellow coin Carnival are dropping, it would be Super Saiyan 4 Goku. That would be the special occasion, which, you know, obviously there's some effort extra put into there, but it's not as much as like, oh, an entire dual Dokkan Festival LR celebration, right? I think it's a little different. It would just be an additional separate Daima celebration, and I would assume we would not get a Carnival LR as well, or it would be a golden coin LR, a gold coin LR, like on the 14th or so. Just put them in the game. Golden Week with Goma before you get even bigger. I mean, yeah. If you just want like TUR Mini Super Saiyan 4 Goku, I think that's fair too. Wouldn't particularly mind. Well, this is just putting him in the game anyways. It would just be like an extra 2 weeks. You wouldn't particularly mind. Gives you more time to save if they do go in that direction, but you might save your stones for adult Super Saiyan 4. Golden Week Super Saiyan 4 Mini Anniversary worldwide is adult Super Saiyan 4. 10th anniversary, dual summon but reversed, dual GFE, Super Saiyan 4 Goku, and Super Saiyan 3 banner unit, and then Carnival Goma. Interesting, okay. So 10th anniversary, part 1, dual summon but reversed. So it would be 2 DFEs and then a Carnival, is what you're saying. I mean, realistically, if they have the firepower, they could do it, right? It just depends. And it seems like a lot, though. Rather Goku and Goma drop at the same time. Well, the thing is that, like, they would drop like they could just drop Goma with adult Super Saiyan 4 Goku, right? Like it could be Tanabata. What if Tanabata is LR Super Saiyan 4 Do Goku into a Part 2 LR Goma that transforms? And then maybe Super Saiyan 3 Vegeta is like the Dokkan Fest the month before. Pretty hype. You could see Mini more as TWAR. If he's LR, feels like shafted Vegeta for no reason. Adult will most likely be LR. I mean, well, Super Saiyan 3 Mini Vegeta is definitely not the level as Super Saiyan 4 Mini Goku. I think in terms of like people's general hype. Super Saiyan 3 Mini Vegeta was really cool. It does suck for that Mini Vegeta though. He kind of just sucks. I feel like they dropped the ball with him. Literally guard and slot 1 is all he needed. And then he's like absolutely insane. Unfortunate. Or what if they just let him stack? That could be cool. Just stacking. Why not? I don't know. Bro hates the mini characters. That's crazy. Okay. That's all. Just wanted to kind of just talk about this, you know, bring this idea out there. Let me know what y'all think. Golden Week celebration details, I mean, like the teasers. It could be tonight. It could be in a week. We'll see. I'll try to make some videos, chat. Okay. I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out.